Second last and still Crown the Victor whipped them in as they work to the back. Aces to Spare a half length in front, 32.3 second quarter of the mile. Sammy Batman edging up closer, Looney Foot third. Stephen Ellie fourth, Twarflex three deep now, No Trust in the centre, Fella Spring on the fence. Then Vance Rain, Caesar's Son, Crown the Victor, It's Plastic, Fantastic. And a length away was Chief Bandon, Aces to Spare by a long neck at the 420. Sammy Batman's trying to close the gap. Looney Foot on the fence, waiting on a run, followed by Stephen Alley, and here's Vance Rain hooked out wide, starting to run. Then Fellas Spring and Twarflex. Aces to Spare under pressure at the top of the lane. 200 to run, Aces to Spare, a half to Sammy Batman. Vance Rain looms up on the outside. Crown the Victor running on. Vance Rain grabbed Aces to Spare. Looney Foot got the fence, but Crown the Victor's got them all. Crown the Victor went whoosh, race to the lead, and Crown the Victor wins. Crown the Victor from Vance Rain and Aces to Spare. Then Looney Foot, Fella Spring, It's Plastic, Fantastic. Caesar's Son, Sammy Batman, Chief Bandon. Twarflex, No Trust, and Stephen Alley was last of all.
All right, thanks.
Stopping the Professional, and away goes Son of Hilarious. Left about 4 or 5 in front. The Professional's in a full stretch gallop in second spot. Black Destroyer pulls to the outside, but if you're on Son of Hilarious, I think you can get in the queue. It's about 10 or 12 lengths in front. Black Destroyer getting to second, running on Jessica Penny, but Son of Hilarious is racing away and is going to score by about 6 or 7 lengths. Son of Hilarious first, Black Destroyer got second. Third home was Jessica Penny, followed further back by Lou Fascinate. A long way back then on the outside was Bonnie's Venture, followed further back by Fancy Me, and pulling up at the top of the, just going past the winning post, the Professional.
569. Thanks, Wayne. 569. They're right.
And on the outside, winning the start, Lord Anfield. Crossed in front of Justice Spider. Superport sped through on the fence to go to the lead. Superport leads Lord Anfield. Moving through to be third, Red Amerigo. Right behind them, Brandy Brother. Now trapped wide, Chateau Plateau, followed by Justice Spider, Mekong Whiskey and Soul Sensation. On the corner, the leader was Superport. Superport out by 3. Lord Anfield is second. Moving up was Red Amerigo. Right behind them, Brandy Brother and Chateau Plateau. Red Amerigo goes to Superport and Red Amerigo. Red Amerigo comes away to win from Superport. Chateau Plateau third. Brandy Brother, Lord Anfield, Justice Spider, Soul Sensation, and last of all, Mekong Whiskey. Red Amerigo
won the first leg. Off they go. Synonym and also Mostas Macho will head off Medoro Caramia. Another Preneur's also showing speed early. Weona Kenny poking through from the second row is going to be forward. Out wide, Regal Melvin around them in the early part as Mostas Macho goes to the lead. Michaelite's caught 3 wide. Weona Kenny's in front of it early. Then Precious Lotus. Wheeler Jim's on the back of Medoro Caramia on the rails. Koala's last back, second last. And Nara Nikolai at the tail. Into the straight they come, 2 1/4 to run. Mostas Macho got to the front, led 2 metres. Regal Melvin caught facing the breeze. In behind the leader is Synonym. One by one another Preneur. Michaelite trapped out 3 wide and forced to go on with it. Weona Kenny back to midfield. Medoro Caramia on its inside. 4 metres then to Precious Lotus around Wheeler Jim. Lead time 46.5. And then Koala's last and Nara Nikolai the inside, the last pair. Heading to the back, and Mostas Macho on top. Michaelite's going up on the outside and will apply the pressure to the leader. It's Mostas Macho joined by Michaelite. They've got about 8 metres clear on Synonym. Regal Melvin on the outside, then another Preneur. Medoro Caramia next the rails, 4 or 5 metres to Weona Kenny, getting back a little in the field. Wheeler Jim next on the inside, then 3 metres Precious Lotus. Nara Nikolai gets up on its inside and back of the tail, but now taking off Koala's last. Under a lap and a half to run. Now he'll flush out Weona Kenny here. Koala's last, and with the first quarter in 31 seconds flat. Mostas Macho taking a little bit of a breather again. 4 metres to Michaelite, which has worked overtime. Synonyms enjoyed a nice trail in behind them. Weona Kenny 3 deep and coming forward quickly. Michaelite will try go with it in the centre. Medoro Caramia needs luck from the inside of Regal Melvin. Koala's last has a tack home on the back of the favourite. Precious Lotus gets onto its back. Wheeler Jim bowed up on the inside. Another Preneur second last, and at the tail, Narrow Nikolai. Heading to the back, just over 700 out. Mostest Macho led 4 metres to Michaelite. Wiona Kenny being asked to go forward quicker now. 32.8 the second quarter. Regal Melvin drops out sharply back in the pack. Synonym looking for a run. Miodoro Karamia's got one off and out 3 wide. Koala's last. Then Wheeler Jim Precious Lotus around another preneur from Narrow Nikolai. Down the back, Mostest Macho just led. It's under pressure though. Out 3 wide. Wiona Kenny's almost on terms. Michaelite's gone. Then Synonym, Koala's last. Medoro Karamia easing wider, but it's losing ground. Wheeler Jim goes for inside runs. Then another preneur. On the bend, it looks a race in 2. Mostest Macho and Wiona Kenny have come away. 8 metres, Synonym, Koala's last. Then Michaelite, Wheeler Jim into the straight. Wiona Kenny goes to Mostest Macho. Drew a metre or so clear. They're clear of Synonym. Wheeler Jim's into the clear, but it's Wiona Kenny going to be too strong again. And Wiona Kenny goes on to win 3 metres. Mostest Macho second. 5 metres, Wheeler Jim got up for third from Synonym. Narrow Nikolai came home late. Then Koala's last. All out deeper, another preneur, Medoro Karamia and Precious Lotus. They were followed home by Michaelite and Regal Melvin. Not sure what happened to him at the 600. He stuck with them though, so he perhaps copped a Pratt at about the 600 when he dropped out sharply.
Yeah, 10.49.
Running at the start was My Larissa, and easily winning the break was Kimbo. Raced 2 lengths in front of second, the outside City Rival. Third, Gramel, followed by My Larissa, and out wide Sky Pet Bell. From Quiet Ripple, well out of its ground, Hidden Chiquita, and likewise last of all was Hidden Lass. Towards the back straight, and Kimbo out by 2. Second, City Rival. Third, Gramel, followed the outside by Sky Pet Bell from My Larissa. Next was Quiet Ripple. 3 further back, Hidden Chiquita, and 8 lengths last was Hidden Lass. Down the side, they pack right up. City Rival, the outside. Sky Pet Bell moving up in the middle was Gramel. Quiet Ripple on the outside, but Sky Pet Bell raced to the front, draws clear. Sky Pet Bell first, second Gramel, third was Quiet Ripple, followed next by My Larissa and City Rival. From Hidden Chiquita, Kimbo, and last of all was Hidden Lass.
Seen that man? Has anybody seen that? There he goes, Rod Fuller ducking for cover. And that's him in his broadcasting box. Good night to you, Rodney. Well done. Okay.
Girl on the inside has gone away very quickly. She will lead from on the outside, Star Silhouette. Sister Trish drops out of it early. Making ground the outside is Sweet Pippin, and 4 out is Crystal Wrist. Then Black Gammon the rail, followed by Kentucky Jane scouting deep out of the straight, followed by Sister Trish. 4 metres away, Motor Show. Lucy Girl dropped out to second last, and 6 metres away, Risque Rose, who's back at the tail. It's Fishin' Girl clear out of the straight of the 1600. Lead time in 23.2. In front, Fishin' Girl over 5 metres now. 2 on the outside, Crystal Wrist. Out 3 wide going forward is Kentucky Jane. Black Gammon the rail. 2 metres away on the outside, drawing up a Star Silhouette, followed by Sweet Pippin switching back to the rail. Then Motor Show, Sister Trish. Lucy Girl is second last, and Risque Rose is some 4 metres away. Towards the 1200 metres they race. In front is the favourite Fishin' Girl. Almost 3 metres. Kentucky Jane works up to the leader's wheel. So Crystal Wrist now has the cover fourth. From last now, pulling out 3 wide is Risque Rose. Black Gammon's having a nice run behind the leader. On its back in turn came Sweet Pippin. On the outside is Crystal Wrist. Pulling out now from the rear also Lucy Girl. Followed third last in the race by Star Silhouette. Motor Show second last, and 8 metres away Sister Trish. 1,000 to go. First quarter 32.4. Risque Rose on the outside is tackling Fishin' Girl. They're going hard, leaving the straight towards the 800 metres. Black Gammon couldn't have had an easier run third, 6 metres away. A break of 12 metres to Kentucky Jane. She's under plenty of pressure. Second quarter 30.5. Then Crystal Wrist, followed by Lucy Girl. Out very wide is Star Silhouette, followed by Sweet Pippin. Check dropped out, followed by Motor Show, and dropping out of it 20 metres away Sister Trish. Towards the 450 they race. Fishin' Girl leads by a metre to Risque Rose on the outside. Then Lucy Girl. Black Gammon needs a run. Crystal Wrist under pressure. Then Sweet Pippin between runners making ground, followed by Motor Show. Beaten Star Silhouette, followed by Kentucky Jane and Sister Trish. 250 out on the turn. Third quarter 29.8. On the outside, Risque Rose got the Fishin' Girl. They're both under pressure. And Lucy Girl now coming at the pair on the outside, and Sweet Pippin seeing daylight pulls to the outside. She's winding up and coming quickly at the 120. Lucy Girl in front. Sweet Pippin on the outside is starting to bridge the gap at the 100. Lucy Girl in front. Sweet Pippin draws up on the outside to tackle Lucy Girl. Sweet Pippin put a nose in front right on the line, and Sweet Pippin in a photo has beaten Lucy Girl. Motor Show has rattled home for third. Crystal Wrist is close up. In behind them, Risque Rose, followed by Sister Trish and Fishing Girl, then Black Gammon, and last in was Star Silhouette.
Quarter 5 racing. Stylish Cape missed the kick. Best out was Ivan Iceman, waking out, trying to get through. Ivan Iceman leads clearly. The favourites out of the race, Stylish Cape, is second last into the first corner. Ivan Iceman's the front runner. Wary Topaz second, Sharka's Goal, followed by Tears in Rain. Crossing over on the outside was Our Croatia, then came Stylish Cape. Well back in the field was Waking Hour, and with it Keto's Bell on the home corner. Ivan Iceman in front with Wary Topaz going it after Ivan Iceman. A bob of the head, and Wary Topaz got up. Wary Topaz beat Ivan Iceman. I think Tears in Rain may be third from Our Croatia. Then Stylish Cape. Further back, Sharka's Goal, Keto's Bell, and Waking Hour was last.
All right, 6-5 and a
And Rips Glamour quickly into stride. Going across is barefaced and out deep on the track. Gladon is showing great pace at the judge the first time. Cranberry Dancer is also quickly away, followed by 2 Grand. A fair way back to Tin Man on the turn out of the straight. Back with it is Ballakura Gamecock, and Ebony King drops down to the tail. Into the back the first time, and Gladon found the fence quickly and led, but Cranberry Dancer is keen to take it on. And soon afterwards, Cranberry Dancer moved up to take over from Gladon. A length and a half to Chris Times in third spot, and then came barefaced over on the inside of 2 Grand. Going through on the inside is the 8 Ball, followed by Rips Glamour. 1 horse off the fence, and then Ballakura Gamecock, followed by the Tin Man. And last of all is Ebony King. On the top corner now, 1,300 metres left to go, and Cranberry Dancer leads clearly by a couple of lengths to Gladon. 1 horse off the fence is Chris Times, and caught out 3 wide, 2 Grand. The 8 Ball making ground on the inside, followed by Bareface as they run up towards the corner. Rips Glamour a fair way back. Ballakura Gamecock is well back, and then came the Tin Man, and last of all is Ebony King. Down for the bell now. 1 circuit left to go. Just over 1,000 metres to run, and Cranberry Dancer doing it well in front for Sam Patterson. Leads by a length. Moving up on the outside is 2 Grand after a tough run. Working up to the leader's wheel. Gladon is in the centre as they go by the judge, and then the 8 Ball. Here's the Tin Man whizzing around the outside. 3 and 4 wide on the turn out of the straight. Up towards the leaders, followed by Ballakura Gamecock. And then came Chris Times, a fair way back to Ebony King, taking off barefaced. And Rips Glamour drops to the tail in the final circuit now. About 800 to go. The Tin Man broke. He went out of his gear, the Tin Man. He's drifting right back through the field. And at the 700 metre mark, Cranberry Dancer just the leader. Here's Gladon out of the pack with a big run. Gladon is coming quickly up to join these leaders. Right off the track, starting a run, Chris Times, and 4 wide is Barefaced. They're followed by Rips Glamour, a long way back, Ballakura Gamecock and Ebony King. Inside the 400, the leader has exploded away. Gladon's about 6 lengths in front. Gladon the leader. In second spot is 2 Grand. Right around the outside is Ebony King starting a run. Gladon well clear around the home corner. Straightens up about 6 or 7 lengths in front. Down the outside is Ebony King running on pretty well, followed by Chris Times, but it's all Gladon in the home straight. Gladon is absolutely killing them. About 7 or 8 lengths in front and no danger of defeat. And Gladon goes on to score easily. Gladon by 6 lengths. Tight second, Ballakura Gamecock on the outside from Ebony King. Followed further back then by the 8 Ball. Then 2 Grand. Well back to Rips Glamour. Followed in by Barefaced. And then came the Tin Man, Chris Times and Cranberry Dancer.
Exodus at 5 to 4 is the favourite on the TAB, and they're just about ready to run. There's the light. Racing, Kimbolton, Jane and Council's Brief out wide began well, and Exodus now powers through closer to the fence, and the TAB favourite leads at the end of 100. Council's Brief rushes up to second, Holly Renee third, and then Ken Shadow, Kimbolton, Jane and Sunny View, followed by Popular Night around Choco Lobel, then Black Jaguar Talia, and Viking Victor after missing the starts 5 lengths away at the tail of the field. Exodus in front at the end of the first quarter, leads by a half to Council's Brief. Brief without cover. Ken Shadow third on the back of the speed. Holly Renee finds the one out, one back, and Sunny View latched onto the back of Holly Renee. Kim Bolton Jane left three deep. Popular Night behind Kim Bolton Jane. Viking Victor goes up on the fence, and then Choco Lobel inside of Tadia, and Black Jaguar's 2 lengths away last. 28.5 first split of the mile. Exodus in front at the 900 metres mark by a length to Council's Brief, and Kim Bolton Jane a length away and 3 wide. Ken Shadow on the fence behind the speed. Holly Renee in the centre. Viking Victor on the rail. Popular Night 3 deep on the back of Kim Bolton Jane, and then Sunny View, followed by Talia, Choco Lobel, and a length to Black Jaguar. 32.4 second split. Exodus 1 in front at the 600 metres mark. Over Council's Brief, Ken Shadow third and locked away. Kim Bolton Jane and the Boondocks 3 deep on the outside of Holly Renee, and then Popular Night, followed by Sunny View, Talia, Viking Victor, Choco Lobel, and Black Jaguar. Exodus leads at the 350. The driver had a look. Council's Brief at the wheel of the leader. Ken Shadow with nowhere to go. Kim Bolton Jane under pressure. Talia looming up 4 deep, and then Popular Night. Exodus in front at the 200 metres mark as they turn the bend. Council's Brief flat. Ken Shadow can't get a run, and then Talia. Exodus leads at the 100 metres mark. Talia running on. Martin goes for Exodus. Talia trying hard. Exodus in front. Talia can't catch Exodus, and Exodus wins by a length to Talia. Ken Shadow third. Council's Brief fourth. Then Kim Bolton Jane, Black Jaguar, Sunny View, Popular Night, Choco Lobel, Holly Renee, and Viking Victor last of all.
OK, we'll check those. Thanks to Terry. I'm sorry about that, Terry, calling you Wayne there earlier on. Thanks to Terry Sparker. 582, they're race 8 at Albion Park. 582.
K2 Young Island, showing speed from out wide. Voodoo Man, and he'll get across Voodoo Man. He's got the pace. Back in the pack, there's a galloper. John Hurdle's gone for a gallop. Voodoo Man leads round the first turn, 4 metres to Young Island. San Royale Park without cover at this point. Whiskey Cara's on its back. Cute Apollo 3 wide. They're followed then by Comical. Out 3 wide at this stage, Chatsworth. There, Ferguson's caught deep. In the centre, Barossa Vintage, Premier Lobel, the rails. And about 15 or 20 metres to John Hurdle. Voodoo Man the leader as they run down the back. Led 3 metres. Out 3 deep on the track. Cute Apollo trying to work around San Royale. In behind them was Young Island. Whiskey Cara 1-1. 4 metres further back then to Comical, racing outside of Premier Lobel. 5 metres to Barossa Vintage. 5 metres to Ferguson. And then John Hurdle tacking on, and back to the tail went Chatsworth. Onto the home bend. They've got a lap and a quarter left to run. Look to have run along at a reasonable clip. Yes, first quarter 30.4. And Voodoo Man straightens up for the run in to get the bell by 3 metres. San Royale keeps Cute Apollo out 3 wide. It's stuck there. In behind them, Young Island. Whiskey Cara the outside. Now Barossa Vintage out 3 wide. Goes forward. Gets around Comical. Barossa Vintage will get onto its back. I should say Ferguson onto the back of Barossa Vintage. Premier Lobel inside. Then John Hurdle and Chatsworth. Voodoo Man's the one to catch.
We'll leave them there. We'll grab that last minute of that race off Sydney.
Well, and so did Phil's Pick on the outside from River Cindy, Diddy Rip and Cubaza. Out very wide there was Fox Prince. Sweet Helly got checked, and Jan's Clover. As they go to the back, Miss Madonna's the front runner. River Cindy goes to second, and third Diddy Rip. Getting through now was Phil's Pick, and over on the inside the reserve Jan's Clover, and then a break Cubaza and Fox Print on the bend, and River Cindy has dashed to the lead and kicked away from Miss Madonna, Diddy Rip and Phil's Pick, and it's all River Cindy. River Cindy goes right to the line and wins well. Close for the Miners. Diddy Rip only a nose.
OK, back to Adelaide.
And then Barossa Vintage. Comical runs on with a place chance. Then Whiskey Cara and Premier Lobel, but swinging for home. Voodoo Man nicely clear from Ferguson, Barossa Vintage. Comical down the outside, and late Premier Lobel. Voodoo Man getting tired, but it's been a big win. Voodoo Man scores 4 metres Ferguson. Comical first run back in SA got third in advance of Barossa Vintage and Premier Lobel. Clear of Whiskey Cara, Chatsworth. Then San Royale, Cute Apollo. Further back in the field, John Hurdle and Young Island last in.
We'll check those in just a second from Globe Derby.
Valley green lights on, racing, showing early speed is Karingal Kid. Also Victoria Relief Pace is going forward with Liddell Monbeau, and Riverlea Tramp is going forward but out wide. Just in behind them, Nitro Boy, followed by Top Tender, Gyro Kid, Windchill Factor, Top Bar, and Mirren Bunny last. From the extreme outside, Riverlea Tramp raced to an early lead. Just for a stride or two, Victoria Relief Pace second, mixed its gear momentarily. Karingal Kid on the outsiders, charging up with without cover. Inside the 1600, up on the outside, Karingal Kid gets into second placing within 4 metres of Rivoli Tramp. Along the back, lead time 22.8. Victoria Relief pays on the rail. Jeffrey Pasholi has the cover now on the outside of Nitro Boy. Then top 10 to the running line, inclined to pull. 6 metres away, Liddell Monbeau, followed by Gyro Kid. As top 10 to now pulls out. 6 metres away back in the field is Windchill Factor, followed by Top Bar and Mirren Bonnie on the outside as last. Towards the 1150 metres they race. First quarter in 31.6. Rivoli Tramp in front. At its wheel now on the outside as top tender. Victoria Relief pays on the rail. Fourth on the outside, Karingal Kid, followed by Nitro Boy. Jeffrey Pasholi looks to be travelling well. He's 3 back on the outside, trailed up by Gyro Kid. Then Liddell Monbeau, Top Bar, Windchill Factor, and Mirren Bonnie is last. 30 metres that cover the field. Out of the straight they race towards the 800, and Rivoli Tramp in front after working for the early lead. She's 3 metres clear of on the outside top tender. Second quarter 31.4 towards the 650 they race. Then Victoria Relief pays, followed by Karingal Kid. Nitro Boy on the rail. 2 metres away Jeffrey Pacholi. He's now taking closer order. 10 metres away Liddell Monbeau. Then Top Bar coming off the rail, followed by Windchill Factor. Third last and 3 wide, followed by Mirren Bonnie. And Gyro Kid is last before the turn. 400 metres out, narrowly in front Rivoli Tramp, a neck 2 top tender. 5 metres away Karingal Kid. He's under the whip, followed by Victoria Relief pays. Jeffrey Pasholi now pulls to the outside. Third quarter 29.4, followed by Nitro Boy coming off the rail. Top tender inside the 200, drew a metre in front of Rivoli Tramp. Victoria Relief pays coming off the rail, making ground from Karingal Kid. Then Jeffrey Pasholi down the outside. It's top tender in front. Jeffrey Pasholi is swamping it on the outside though. Victoria Relief pays is going with Jeffrey Pasholi, but Jeffrey Pasholi is too good, and Jeffrey Pasholi wins from Victoria Relief pays. Nitro Boy is flown for third. Top tender close up. Then Windchill Factor, Karingal Kid. Rivoli Tramp weakened, followed by Mirren.
No accommodation on the inside, got out fairly well. Farmer's Daughter began brilliantly. Prince Lobel is showing great pace going towards the first corner. Super Cruiser is also fast away out wide. He's trying to ease back to get a trail. Followed through by Paleface Rhythm going through on the inside, and then came Electric Royale. Fairway back Shoshone Lobel, a long break to Todd Warwick, and Sunshine Band has missed away about 6 lengths back at the tail of the field. Up towards the home corner, Bell Lap at the judge this time, and Farmer's Daughter is the leader. Prince Lobel moving up to be second on the outside, and No Accommodation slipping right through on the inside to be right up on the leader's back as they straighten. A length further back to Paramount Park on the outside, over on the rails Paleface Rhythm. Length further back to Super Cruiser, followed further back by Shonny Lobel. Todd Warwick going roughly is back second last, and picking up ground Sunshine Band.
Okay, we'll leave that there. We'll replay that. They're almost set breezy in pouring rain.
50, a favourite on the second line from the mile. The lights on, racing. Armada Miss and Knight's Memory drop back after the start, and Aerial Flame and Chinook skedaddled out of the gate. Magnum Magic began well. Carmen's Choice fourth, Hidden Extras fifth, and then Kabita Lass. Chippendale midfield on the fence from Harley O'Quinn around Armada Miss and Knight's Memory had dropped back to the tail of the field. Chinook in front at the end of 300 metres and leads by 2 lengths to Aerial Flame. Magnum Magic a neck away without cover. Hidden Extras fourth on the inside of Carmen's Choice. 2 to Chippendale, who got away from the fence, who's in the running lane now. 3 back. On the rail, Knight's Memory, followed by Armada Miss. Kabita Lass 3 deep, and Harley O'Quinn at the rear as they work to the judge and the bell. 29.4 first quarter of the mile, and Chinook shows the way. Leads by 2 to Magnum Magic and 1 to Aerial Flame in the breeze. Hidden Extras fourth on the fence on the inside of Carmen's Choice. Chippendale behind Carmen's Choice. Knight's Memory on the rail. Kabila Lass 3 deep, now 4 deep as Chippendale's about to make a move. Armada Miss right behind Chippendale, and Harley O'Quinn last, moving to the back. Chinook in front at the tea tree, 700 metres out, 32.1 the second split. Chinook by a length and a half over Aerial Flame. Magnum Magic third. Now Chippendale's found a path through in the centre. She's gone up 3 deep to chase the leaders. Then came Kabila Lass. Carmen's Choice Choice, Hidden Extras. Armada Miss couldn't go behind Chippendale. Chippendale's third. Armada Miss third last from Knight's Memory and Harley O'Quinn. Chinook neck in front at the 350. Aerial Flame closing the gap, and Chippendale's loomed up 3 wide. 2 lengths to Magnum Magic, and then came Carmen's Choice and Hidden Extras. Chippendale's deep turning the bend into the lane, but Chippendale went to the lead. Drew a length in front of Aerial Flame, then Chinook, Magnum Magic and Armada Miss on the outside. Thomas produced the bat. Chippendale's in front. Magnum Magic ran to second, and Chippendale's got it all sewn up. Chippendale first, Magnum Magic second, third toss of the coin. Armada Miss under the roses, Knight's Memory diving through in the centre. There in the photo, then Carmen's Choice, Hidden Extras, Aerial Flame, Harley O'Quinn, Chinook and Kabila Lass. 2-1.
Cover. Then Electric Royale tucked away on the rail, the length away to Paramount Park. Then came Paleface Rhythm tucked away on the inside of Super Cruiser. Fairway back, Shoshone Lobel, Sunshine Band taking off from second last, and Todd Warwick drops to the tail of the field. Up the back they race at the 700-metre mark. He gives Farmer's Daughter full bore. It's Farmer's Daughter a length in front of No Accommodation. They were followed by Prince Lobel on the outside, sticking on pretty well. Then came Paramount Park, Electric Royale, Paleface Rhythm, Sunshine Band is right off the track. Shoshone Lobel putting itself into the picture as they start to pack up. At the 300-metre mark, Prince Lobel and Farmer's Daughter. They're going stride for stride. They're a length and a half clear. No Accommodation about to try and get a run as they straighten up. Followed further back by Electric Royale. On the outside, Prince Lobel moved up to take a narrow lead. No Accommodation still trying to get clear. Paramount Park down the outside, but getting clear as Prince Lobel close to home, and Prince Lobel is too good. That's a nice effort. Prince Lobel scored. Second, Paramount Park. Third, Farmer's Daughter. Then No Accommodation. Followed by Electric Royale, Paleface Rhythm. A fairway back to Super Cruiser, Shoshone Lobel, Sunshine Band. And last in was Todd Warwick.
6-4-5.
Because there was a gap there. Now they're set and they're racing. Away quickly towards the inside half speed. It's going to lead early. Handsome Rebel back in the pack, swung into a pace. Young Roman moves up outside of half speed going to the first turn. Arrow Pride away well from the second row. Filbert Street the rails. Dowray Hanover trying to ease in here in front of Fergie's Rocket. Totem Toto's out 3 wide early, the favourite. Then 4 metres to Ardius and back at the tail, top coverage, and Handsome Rebel pulled up to the first turn. It'll take no part. Into the straight 2 1/4 out, and half speed's on top, leading by 3 metres. Now Arrow Pride left without cover, and it wants to move up and go quicker, Arrow Pride, and it's going to take the leader on. Dropping in behind Young Roman, Dowray Hanover the centre. Now this favourite's in a bit of stripe, Totem Toto. It's stuck out 3 wide and they're at it up front. 47.4 the lead time. Pretty good going for the Trotters. Filbert Street on the inside. Fergie's Rocket keeps Totem Toto 3 deep. Then Ardius, top coverage, and pulled up Handsome Rebel. Arab Pride on the outside pulls its way forward, and it got a metre clear. Back on the inside of it, half speed, but Arab Pride, I think's got the pace to just about clear it. It has. Arab Pride goes to the lead. Half speed second, 5 metres away Young Roman, 4 metres Dowray Hanover. Totem Toto's been 3 wide from the outset. Can nearly ease in here for a while. Fergie's Rocket tries to kick up, but it can't. Down on the inside, Filbert Street. No, he's not in Totem Toto. He's still out 3 wide. Then Ardius, top coverage, and if you join late, Handsome Rebel pulled up early. Well, they've run the first quarter in the trot in 30.9. They've gone hard in the early stages. Arrow Pride steadying on top. It led 4 or 5 metres half speed. Totem Toto still trying to get around. Dowray Hanover in the centre. Young Roman the inside. Fergie's Rocket's been under pressure for a long way. Ardius now moves 3 wide. This is his sort of race. Then Filbert Street, and top coverage has also been smoking the cherry back at the tail. Second quarter 32.4, and it's Arrow Pride going to the back 4 metres. Dowray Hanover the centre, 3 deep Totem Toto. On the inside half speed. Ardius on the back of Totem Toto. Fergie's Rocket still there in the centre from Young Roman. Top coverage hasn't been asked to sprint yet. And then Filbert Street going to the 400. They've got to get Arrow Pride. It's 2 metres in front of Dowray Hanover, Totem Toto. Here's Ardius coming 4 wide. Following him home, top coverage. Half speed's under pressure back back in behind them. And then Fergie's Rocket and Young Roman halfway around the turn. Still Arrow Pride is the leader. It's Ardius out 4 wide. 5 wide goes Top Coverage. And then still there Totem Toto, Dalray Hanover half speed. Arrow Pride in front. Top Coverage though's got the great sprint on the outside. He goes past Ardius. Totem Toto fights on. But Top Coverage, race run to suit, and he races away to win 6 metres Ardius. Totem Toto a big run third. Arrow Pride, well, he's getting better all the time. Then half speed Dalray Hanover. Further back Fergie's Rocket, Young Roman, Filbert Street. And we lost Handsome Rebel going to the first turn.
Green lights on racing. Timothy Loudon out wide, shows early speed. He's trying to head off Royal Tuck early there, matching strides. He pulls the shortness on Royal Tuck and will keep out Timothy Loudon. No compromise, gets to third, racing a little bit deep. Gefallen Kim back in the field, has gone for a gallop. Then Caledonian Star, Viewfield Lord, Carstens in the centre. Schools out the rail. Vance the Star travelling deep early, followed by Chippy Air, Rowan's Rainbow, and Gefallen Kim is some 10 metres away. At the 1600, lead time 23. In front, Royal Tuck by 8 metres. Timothy Loudon now eases and drops in behind the leader, leaving 8 metres away. Third for the moment, Caledonian Star. On its insiders, Viewfield Lord, followed by Carstens on the outside of Schools Out. 4 metres away, Chippy Air, who works up to be 3 back on the outside of Rowan's Rainbow. Then Gefallen Kim, no compromise, dropping out of it after racing wide. And Vance the Star, one off the rail as second last. Approaching the turn once again at the lap and a quarter. And the leader, Royal Tuck, over 10 metres to Timothy Loudon. 3 metres away on the outside, Caledonian Star. Carstens has the run of the race on the outside of Viewfield Lord. 4 back on the rail as Schools Out. 2 metres to Chippy Air. Vance the Star from the rear now pulls out 3 wide. Third last, Rowan's Rainbow.